here when you it kind of looks like a ghost city. I mean, you feel it. Look at those vibes, man. Ladies and gentlemen, now this is the gate to Mombasa. This is an introduction to Mombasa. So I'm gonna give you a story about this. So this was constructed in 1950s when Princess Margaret visited Kenya. Habari? Hey, unakaa nje na mtoto? Unalala nje? Habari? Sasa vipi? Vipi? Shika hiyo utakunywa. Haya, tupe huyu ngapi? Pe huyu, mpe hiyo iko zote sawa. Sawa. My name is Mtal the Voice. It is a rainy morning in Mombasa, East Africa, Kenya. And Mombasa is the second biggest city in Kenya. So normally in Kenya we refer to it as 001, county 001. Remember, in Kenya we've got 47 counties, so I need to be careful, man. You know, there are pickpockets and you know, snatchers also in Mombasa, so I need to be careful. That's why you see me looking like this. So it is 5:55, let's say 6 a.m. morning, and let me show you a bit of Mombasa. So it is quite funny, the reason why I've decided to show you a little bit of Mombasa. Okay, this is the reason. I'm coming from an event called the Grand Luo Festival Executive Edition Mombasa. So I've tried to book a flight. There is no flight. We normally have a train in Kenya called SGR, Standard Gauge Railway. There is no train. I've also tried to look for a public means like a bus to go to the city, Nairobi. There is no bus. I've been told to wait until 10:30, around 10:30 a.m. So you can imagine, man. So it is morning, it's raining, and I've just decided to show you Mombasa, man. It's not good, man. I wish I could have shown you Mombasa during the day when there are people and it's all beautiful, but it is what it is, man. So this is Mombasa, man. They're still having these decorations, and most of Mombasa, realize it is maintained by Naivas, if I'm not wrong. For people from Mombasa County, you can tell me in the comment section if that is true. So another interesting thing about Mombasa, there is a lot of tuk-tuks. Do you know tuk-tuks? These vehicles that you see with 3 wheels, they're normally found in India or most Asian countries. Let it come out. I'm gonna show you. It's just right there. I'll show you. So they're called tuk-tuks here. I know in Tanzania there is a name also they call. Talking about this one, can you be able to see that? Yeah, in Kenya we call them tuk-tuks. I don't know what you call them in your home country. That is a Muslim cemetery right there. Yeah, it's a Muslim cemetery. So here we are in Mombasa. Let's continue walking. If I find something interesting, I'll be able to show you. So let me continue sharing with you something about Mombasa. So Mombasa is actually it was a city which was among the oldest cities, I can say, in Africa or in the coastal region of Africa, simply because Mombasa was a place where Arabs used to come and do trade. That's why it has majorly Mombasa is actually influenced a lot by the Arab culture. Even here, even there are a lot of Muslims in Mombasa as compared to Christian. Even when you compare to other parts of the country, you find like the Muslim community is actually very dominant in coastal region, Mombasa here, as compared to other parts of the country. So that is. So Portuguese have also been here, the Chinese have been here. Let's talk about all the races have been in Mombasa. So Mombasa was like, a place where trade was done in large scale or introduced in one of the major places in Africa. The trade was done in early years. So let's keep moving. I know some of you might be wondering why it's raining and I'm just comfortable walking in rain. Let me tell you this. Mombasa is a very hot city, man. It's very hot in Mombasa. So because it is close to the Indian Ocean, we have a beach, and you know, most of the time when you're closer to a beach, it's actually very hot. So you can imagine it is morning, but it's very hot until like I don't feel the rain. Like I'm just comfortable walking in the rain. That's how hot it is. So this avenue is called Jomo Kenyatta Avenue, the one that we are coming from that other side. So Jomo Kenyatta is actually our first president in Kenya, and also the father to our fourth president, Uhuru Kenyatta. So here we are just roaming around Mombasa early morning. So it is 6 right now. So let me just show you Mombasa until I think it was gonna be, you know, there is something interesting about Mombasa. It normally becomes you know, dark very fast, and also the light in the morning comes so fast. But I think because of the rain, it has delayed a little bit because of the clouds and all that. By the way, by 6, man, it's very bright. You can imagine, is it 6 or is it something like 8 a.m.? That is something I've realized about Mombasa. But I think because of the rain, you can look in the skies that it's quite cloudy. That's why you don't see that. So Mombasa has a governor, and let me begin with the first governor of Mombasa. Was called Ali Hassan Joho, and right now it's got the second governor called Abdul Somad Sharif, if I'm not wrong. So he is the second governor of Mombasa. You know, this devolution on counties were just introduced in 2010 constitution in Kenya. We never used to have counties. We used to have provinces, districts, divisions, and all that before the introduction of counties. So in Kenya, we have got 47 counties. So each county has got a governor and also a senator and a women representative. Right now, they're called women MPs. They want to be called like that. So in counties, you find that there are constituencies. You find MPs there. There are members of the county assemblies. There are women senators, as I've mentioned. But remember, the senators represent the county, the Senate level, and members of parliament, MPs, represent their constituencies to the national level. Then you've got members of the county assembly, who represent the electorates in the county level, in the county government level. So a county is a government on its own, different from the national government, but they work together, now forming the national government together, of which is led by the president. Now you know something, let's keep moving, man, as I show you around Mombasa early morning. So lights have started popping up. At least you can be able now to see. So let me tell you something. When you come to Mombasa, actually you find buildings painted blue and white. Actually the blue is to you know, symbolize the color of the ocean. The white, I'm not very sure. Is it the beach or something else? Someone help me in the comment section. I need to know. And look at these boys, man. Life can be tough. Niaje? Habari? Sasa? Vipi? Vipi? Shika hiyo utakunywa. Haya, tupe huyu ngapi? Pe huyu, mpe hiyo iko zote sawa. Sawa? Mkunywe chai ya? Man. The boys, man, they're homeless, man. You can imagine. So I was having something little I was giving to them. At least they can have tea in the morning when they wake up. So I wanted to show you something. But let's go like this first. What I want to show you is an introduction to Mombasa, like something that symbolizes Mombasa. Even before seeing it, I want you guys, if you're watching, tell me in the comment section what it means. Look at this, man. You realize the buildings are blue and white. That's what I was talking about. So let's go back to the topic. I was sharing with you something. I was telling you that actually Mombasa is older than Nairobi. Habari? Hey, unakaa nje na mtoto? Unalala nje? Acha nikupe 100. So Mombasa is older than Nairobi simply because Mombasa used to be a place of trade. Like many people used to come to Mombasa for trade. Talk about the Arabs, talk about the Portuguese, talk about other Europeans, talk about even the Chinese. For the Chinese part, a good story of it will be the Wasini Island. I see Wasini Island in Diani, on your way like past Diani a little bit. They have a story with the Chinese, how the Chinese used to stay at that island. That island is a very dry area, but also a beautiful place because you get to see the dolphins. I think that's the only place I know in the coastal regions where you can go and have a view of dolphins. Very beautiful, man. If you find time and come to Kenya, just ensure you visit Wasini and Mpungute Islands in that road of Sambweni, or just say South Coast. You're going to be shown a lot of beautiful places, man. So that's it, man. So we keep moving, man. It's raining in Mombasa. Actually, this is like the first time coming to Mombasa. Then, I find rain very rare, man. Very rare, very rare. I know it rains, but most of the time that I'm in Mombasa, it never rains. So I think it keeps coming and going, drizzling, like raining, drizzling. But I can't feel it because Mombasa, man, is too hot for me. Too hot. That's why I can be able to tolerate the rain. I feel like it is even cooling me. It is morning, but it's very hot, man. For people who have been to Mombasa, they know what I'm talking about. Or any coastal part. Like it's not like dry desert heat. It's kind of like humid. You feel the humid part of it. Wow, it's good. There is something I want to let you know. Like the coastal region of Kenya, or Mombasa. Let's just talk about Mombasa. It's known to be one of the places in Kenya with actually very, very, very beautiful ladies. I need someone to confirm that in the comment section, but it is true. One of the places with beautiful ladies, 100%. So that's it, man. You can see the palms. Okay, actually, the coastal region of Kenya, Mombasa, you find a lot of coconuts, so it supports these palms so well. And also the palms goes very well with this kind of environment, this place in the coastal region. So that's why you can see them planting. So when they grow up, man, they'll come out so beautifully, man. You can't imagine. I know by now some of you know where I was bringing you by watching. If you've watched that video properly before I turned my camera, you can know exactly where I was bringing you. So let me tell you something about this road. When you come in the evenings, man, there are a lot of prostitutes in this area. Okay, how can you, like, I'm looking for something, a fair word, but prostitutes are normally in this area, man, like crazy. All this zone, when you come at night, I know it because I used to come do a lot of documentaries in the coastal region of Kenya, and there was somewhere we used to stay not far from here. That's how I knew it. Ladies and gentlemen, now this is the gate to Mombasa. This is an introduction to Mombasa. So I'm gonna give you a story about this. So this was constructed in 1950s when Princess Margaret visited Kenya for the first time. So that's why they put the task like this. So there are two theories that this, you see this how they are. They're like M representing Mombasa, but there is another theory also why it looks like this. So earlier it used to be timber or wood, but later on they exchanged it with this metal. Now this is the gate to Mombasa. Now you know. So I moved to this other side so that you can get to see. It's just next to the Syrian bank. So back then, when you used to arrive at this place, now you know you have arrived in Mombasa. But right now we have got other roads like the Dongo Kondo road. You can use that route also. And but this is the true symbol of Mombasa. When someone sees this, he or she knows, man, she is in this beautiful city. Remember, Mombasa is actually the second biggest city in Kenya. So, and remember also, Mombasa is older than Nairobi. And you should know that the Mombasa is largely influenced by the Arabic culture or Swahili culture, which has a lot of borrowings from the Arabic culture. So actually when you come here, you kind of feel like you are in Saudi Arabia kind of vibes. So that is Mombasa for you. Sorry guys, man, today it has been raining. Look at those clouds, man. But I hope again when I'll be coming like Mombasa now for a proper tour. You know, I'm planning for a proper tour for Mombasa, and you guys are going to enjoy the vlog. So I decided, man, I'm just about to leave this city, but I said, okay, let me show you around a little bit so that you get to know something about Mombasa. I've been in this city a lot, actually. I've been in this city a lot, but I've never really done a vlog. Most of the time I come to do other stuffs. So yeah. So, but guys, also don't forget to check my vlogs in Uganda. I did the source of River Nile. I went fishing at night at the source of River Nile. I also went to the Kabaka, the king of Buganda Kingdom. I went to the Idi Amin torture chambers, and also did about a tribe in Uganda that eats humans. At the same time, I did a tour of Kampala city and also Jinja city. Apart from that, we've done stories in Rwanda, Kigali, very beautiful. Go check those stories. Go check stories in Tanzania, amazing stories, and Nairobi, Kenya, like no other. You guys are going to enjoy that. Please check my YouTube channel, Mtala the Voice. You are going to enjoy. So let me continue showing you, man, Mombasa, man, how this beautiful city looks like, man. Actually, Mombasa is like an opposite of Nairobi. Like when you come to Mombasa, life is kind of slower. Like shops close very fast or early, and also they open quite late. Right now in Nairobi, when you go, man, the shops are open and also they close very late. We have done stories about Nairobi in the midnight. You can go check how Nairobi operates at night. Okay, let's go. So when I was saying Mombasa is very slow, sometimes people can say it's lazy, but not really. You can not have a city and you are lazy. Though it is just a stereotype and an assumption that Mombasa people are lazy, but you know, they're kind of like relaxed, not really lazy. You should not confuse the two things. Lazy and relaxed, two different. If you're quite observant with the coastal cities or towns, they kind of look like the same. When you go to Zanzibar, you're gonna have this kind of vibe. Also, okay, you guys are going to say I'm lying, but if you go to Santorini, also some kind of vibes. If you go to Lamu, something like this. If you go to Dar es Salaam, some parts, it kind of has, you know, this kind of vibe. Yeah, and it is actually it's kind of slow a bit, man, in Mombasa, because right now no shops open, man, up to this moment. It's crazy. There is light. Look at this, man. Just a few restaurants open, and you can see someone going to cater for water, you know, fetching water, I mean. So it is morning, man. It is morning. It is a city. It's you know, a little bit, you know, to be faster a bit, but yeah, I think sometimes I do tend to understand them. When you come to Mombasa, man, the kind of heat you have here, man, it actually activates that thing that you call laziness, or maybe just relaxing, like no stress. I think people of Mombasa are kind of like stress-free people. Like whatever comes for that day, they're thankful. So if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't come, it doesn't come. Even this side, all of this, people are still asleep. Interesting, man. Interesting. Hey, Mombasa. And have you realized also the buildings are quite old in Mombasa, and there are very few high-rise buildings. I've never understood the concept behind it, but if you're watching this and you understand why it is so, you can tell me in the comment section so that we can be able to share also with other people. They know what's going on here in Mombasa, Kenya, East Africa. This is a coastal city in East Africa, Kenya. Wow. So I want to use this road. Even I've never used, I don't know where I'm going. I'm just showing you what's going on in this city. That one seems like a dead end, not very sure, but let's just go, man. Let's go. And actually, guys, do you know this? In Swahili we call them kunguru, crows. There are very many of them. So the crows came by. There is this theory that they came from India. So when the Indians were coming to Kenya to make the railway, that is a theory I had somewhere, I'm not very sure, they came with them. So when they reached Mombasa, and by the way, there are so many Indians also in Mombasa, Kenya. So when they reached here, they started reproducing, or maybe, you know, in Swahili we say kuzana, giving birth. And that's why there's so many. That's why in Mombasa, actually, you hear a lot of crow sounds. You can be able to hear that. Yes, there are so many crows in Mombasa. Wow, this side is a bit dirty. I think, is it because of the rain, or is it because it's just dirty? I hope it is because of the rains. Man, hey, it's kind of like here when you it kind of looks like a ghost city a bit. You feel it. Look at those vibes, man. It's crazy man. But also, yeah, that's life. Different people, different lifestyles, and you just have to know, man, when you go to different places, people operate differently from where you originally come from. So you need to know that. So don't come with being too much judgmental as some of us, you know. At least at some one point or another in life, as a human being, you'll find yourself judging other people. Sometimes for the right reasons, sometimes just because you don't understand what's going on behind the scenes. So yeah, there are so many things. There is in journalism, there is something called there is a story behind a story. Okay, so we are in close to Naivas, another Naivas there, and also Posta, which is next to Huduma Center. Huduma Center is where you get government services like e-citizen and replacement of ID. So many things, man, you can do at Huduma Center. Normally, even in Nairobi, Huduma Center is also next to the Posta. So there's a Posta Mombasa. So we are going this way. We're going to a place called Mwembe Tayari. It is a stage or a bus station called Mwembe Tayari. It's a very busy place, one of the busiest places in Mombasa. So yeah, and okay, we are going to connect there to we'll connect with the Kenyatta Avenue. So we actually kind of like going back. So let's go. It's raining like crazy, man. Even I've stopped somewhere, man. Have to take cover, shelter first of all. So I was going that place. That place called Mwembe Tayari. Mwembe is actually a Swahili word meaning a guava tree. But I remember Lupita Nyong'o said there is a name called the guava. I can't remember the name, but I'm just going right there. But because it's raining, I have to take cover right here first. Man, it has been raining. I tried to move from that other place next to Mwembe Tayari. Where I'm pointing is where I'm supposed to go. I was at the Naivas this other side. So that was just a portion of Mombasa city, man. Next time when I come, we're going to do other parts. You know, Mombasa is so big. There is even Old Town, man. We need to go there. And other touristic destination. About the beach we have done before, you can go check on my YouTube, but I shall be doing another one. But bad day today. The weather is bad, and as I told you in the beginning of the video, this was just a snippet to show you how Mombasa is. It is a Sunday, and that's why you can see the music behind there, people singing. There are also churches in Mombasa, apart from being dominated by the Muslim community. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. Thank you for, you know, supporting me every time when I post, man. You guys come in big numbers, come crazy and massive, man, support me. I appreciate a lot from the bottom of my heart. From the bottom of my heart. Continue subscribing, liking, and I shall continue bringing you amazing things. That one for sure, for sure. Check my videos in other countries: Uganda, Rwanda, Tanzania, and of course places like Nairobi. You're going to enjoy. Trust me, you're going to enjoy. My name is The Voice. Have a good time.